Apparently it's older than Rome. Let's see what €6 can get you. Looking over the whole city. If you're from Georgia and if you're Armenian, New Zealand's national icon, it's a real shame when that kind of thing happens. Maybe they got a bit ahead of themselves. That I met like 3 years ago in Romania. Hello guys. So first impressions of I wasn't really expecting. The drivers are pretty erratic. Guest house costing us €3 each. Complete change of scenery. Lots of bounce. Hey. Good morning guys. Currently just hanging out here at the bus station with our two mates here. And we're all just waiting for a bus together. Got a big family road trip planned today with our buddies. We're going to Armenia, as you can tell by the title. Should be very interesting to see what Armenia is like. We're going to the capital, Yerevan. We got some accommodation booked there for €5 to €6 for 2 people for our own room. So it'll be interesting to see what the room's like. Jump on the bus, head to a new country. We are coming back to Georgia, so don't worry, we're coming back. Yeah, alright guys, I can't talk very much, but we're in Armenia. We made it across the border. Border guys were super friendly. Now we got to get in a bus quickly and head to Yerevan. So I'll tell you more about the whole thing when we get there, but amazing landscapes as you can see and complete change of scenery. Lots of old cars and stuff, but yeah, I gotta go. Guys, so we arrived in Yerevan. Got here a lot earlier than we expected. We were in like a really modern minivan, so I got here pretty quick. Sorry if some of the footage is pretty shaky, but like the roads here aren't the best. The drivers are pretty erratic too. There's so many old Soviet style cars here, it's pretty interesting. A lot more than Georgia. Even though Georgia has heaps, there seems to be a lot more here. And now we're just walking to the accommodation we booked. Let's see what €6 can get you in Armenia, in the capital city. Alright guys, so been hanging out in our guest house that's costing us €3 each for our own room with 4 beds. A taxi's just arriving now. I think this is him pulling up. And we're going to go into the city to meet a friend of mine that I met like 3 years ago in Romania, who's a local Armenian. So this is the city. So we're going to jump in the taxi and head into explore the capital city of Armenia. So it should be interesting.
Yeah, you play your cards, boy, you bet I'm a trendsetter too.
That's it, Brian? Yes.
Okay guys, so we made it into the city centre of Yerevan. Met up with my buddy Artsy here, and he's showing me around. Hello guys. This is a museum?
Yeah, that's a Gafashan museum.
And this was built by the Soviet Union?
Yeah, like it was built during Soviet Union times, and now people still continue to build it.
It's very impressive architecture around here. I wasn't expecting it to be so grand. We'll do some more exploring and have a look inside the museum.
Light as a feather when I'm floating through, reading through the daily news, measuring the hurt within the golden rule.
So we've just been walking around the museum for a little bit inside. You're not actually allowed to take photos or film, so haven't been able to get much footage of the inside, but Artsy's told me so much information. He's got a wealth of knowledge in that brain of his. He's just explaining to me all about the language and the history of Armenia and how it used to be a really huge country and at war with Egypt, and yeah, fascinating. Pretty amazing city. I wasn't really expecting Armenia to be like this. I don't know what I was expecting, but he was telling me though that you see how grand this place is, and this is obviously worth millions and millions of dollars. And he was telling me that the government have had to start selling off like some of the statues down here and some of the more international things, and they're trying to keep hold of the Armenian things, but they're selling off the kind of international statues and art pieces, etc., because they can't afford to keep up the maintenance. And it's a real shame when that kind of thing happens, but maybe they got a bit ahead of themselves. Very beautiful though. You can see those mountains in the background, so prominent, just straight up. There's a bit of a range there, but these ones are just so much higher. You have to definitely get involved in those mountains.
Seeing the headlines line with discord, it's either genocide or the planet in uproar. Never good, the rules in paradise are never nice. The best laid plans of mice and men are never right. I'm just a vagabond with flowers for Algernon, an average Joe who knows what the f is going on. It's the hope of my thoughts that I travel upon, fly like an arrow of God until I'm
Okay guys, so we've just come up to the top of this lookout point here, looking over the whole city. So these mountains, they're like Armenia's biggest treasure apparently. Quinn did quite a lot of research on them before we came. Armenia's biggest treasure, but they're actually on the other side of the border and they're in Turkey, which is kind of a shame. The borders have changed a lot over the years and things, so these countries are just so entrenched with history. This city is one of the oldest constantly inhabited civilizations in the world. Apparently it's older than Rome, so how about that? So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to go over to those mountains because they are obviously in Turkey, and Turkey and Armenia aren't the best of friends, to put it lightly. Pretty cool, always, you know, always best to have local knowledge, and we've been very lucky with the local knowledge in Georgia and here in Armenia today. That's the cool thing about traveling is, you know, you meet someone and then 3 years later you're in their city in Armenia and they're showing you around, you know, pretty cool. There's a statue of a kiwi here, which is New Zealand's national bird, and it's native to New Zealand, so it's really strange that there's a statue of one here in Armenia. Even our Armenian friends can't tell us why it's here, so if you're Armenian, you know why there's New Zealand's national icon in the main area of the capital city of Armenia. Please feel free to let us know. Okay guys, we have made it back to our accommodation after a super cool afternoon / evening with our Armenian buddies. It's super cool to see the city. Me and Quinn are absolutely blown away. So much going on here. We went out afterwards and had some food, hung out at a restaurant, and then we went exploring around the city centre at night, which is absolutely beautiful. So my camera's not the best in low light, so I couldn't get the best footage sadly, but it was still cool to check it out. This is a really cool city, really like developed, and lots of street art everywhere and sculptures and statues. Pretty amazing. So first impressions of Armenia are really good, and the people are super nice too. So I highly recommend you to come to Armenia. I've only been here one day. If you're from Georgia, because I know a lot of you are, we're coming back to Georgia soon, so don't stop watching now. You can keep watching the videos and we'll come back to Georgia soon. And if you're Armenian, leave me a comment below and let me know if you're Armenian and give us some recommendations and stuff. Tomorrow we are not sure what we're going to do, but we think we're going to go on an adventure out into the nature to some beautiful locations around here. We will see you tomorrow and explore more of Armenia. Thanks so much for watching guys. Peace out.
Hip-hop technology, a Tribe Quest presents new style. I see you doing it, girl. I see you doing. I see you doing it, girl. I see you doing it.
I got my Gucci, Fendi, and my thing, and I'm just sitting here. something.
I see you doing it, girl.